All right, guys. So let me fix my laptop. All right. So tonight it's all right again. Dylan's right here this evening. So this evening, this class, I'm gonna spend the time here with the D major scale. All right. We talk about C major. We talk about G major. And now we're gonna talk about D major. Why it's D major? Because D major it's a high key. There is a lot of country singer and pop, even rock star. You know they do on the D major, on the D major scale, which is the same thing like C and G major. It's a whole step, half step, three whole step, one half step. All right. But because there is a very unique, there is two key signature. When I say two key signature, that means there is two sharp, which is the first one it's a F sharp, and the second one it's a C sharp, and the other note it's all natural. Okay, so let's start. So it's a D open on the fourth string, second fret on the D, E. I use my middle finger. Then whole step. I gotta increase the F natural by half step. It will be F sharp, 4 fret on the D string, F sharp, my pink finger. Then G string open, the third string. Then the second fret on the G, A, my middle finger. Then after A, B open, second string in guitar. Then the second fret on the B, it's a C sharp, my middle finger. Then the third fret on the B string, it's a D, my ring finger. So I played all the 8 note. So it's a open 2, 4, open 2, open 2, 3. Now when I go like back and forth, descending the note is the same thing, just opposite. So it's a 3, 2, open 2, open 4, 2, open, or D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, B. Now when you go back, C sharp no longer C sharp, because we lower the D, it will be D flat here. Then B, then G flat, which is like so they got two names, F sharp and G flat. Then E, then D. So 3, 2, open 2, open 4, 2, open. So that's the best way you can memorize basically. It's a D, open, 2, 4, open 2, open 2, 3, 3, 2, open 2, open 4, 2, open. So this is the D major. You can just use your like the guideline, you know, of the distance between the note, which is whole step, half step, then whole step, half step. So this is the D major. Just how we did the before classes, we did C major, G major. It's the same thing. It's only different key. All right. So again, open 2, middle finger, 4, ring finger, G open, 2, middle finger, open, 2, middle finger, 3, ring finger. All right. So now we did the scale, the D major. All right. Now the next one, we can come up how we can create the chord progression in this scale. All right. So my key here is a D major. So my index on the second fret on the G string, which is a note. My middle finger on the second fret on the high E, F sharp. My ring finger, the third one, on the B string, the third fret, D. Then I will play D open. So basically, we talked about last time the triad or the chord. It consists in 3 notes only. The first, the third, and the fifth of the major scale. So that's mean on the D major, the first note it's a D. This is my D or D open. My second, the third one, it's a F sharp. The fifth note, it's a A, my index. So every on the major scale, the first, the third, the fifth, that's mean the first degree, the third degree, the fifth degree, that's create on the chord. Every chord is like that. So either it's major or minor. And the 7, you are just adding the 7 note. If it's a 9, you're adding the 9 notes, so it goes on like that. But the major, minor is first, third, fifth. All right. Now, my second chord, I can put, I can create a melody. I can come up with the E minor. And the E minor, basically the same thing. It's a first, third, fifth. The first note of the E minor, it's a E. And the third note, it's a G. And the fifth note, it's a B. So basically, I got, it's only 3 notes here, first, third, fifth on the E minor. Then I can come up with A7, which is A, C sharp, E, and add G note, the 7th note. The 7th note of the A, it's a G. So just like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's my 7th note. Then I go back to D. Now I throw another chord, the relative minor, to the D major. It's a B minor. How beautiful. Because these major and minor, they are sharing the same key signature. When I say this, sharing the same key signature, that means they are sharing all the note the same thing. Because on the B minor, you got B, D, F sharp. I can put another F sharp here. I can play B minor like that. My index, my middle, ring up, and pink on the 4th fret on the G string. Or you can bar. You can bar all these 5 string. It's make it more like more note there and more bass there. So you're feeling more stuff, especially if you play one guitar. The next one now I can put F sharp minor. Because why F sharp minor? Because on the F sharp minor you got F sharp, A note, and C sharp. Because there is 2 key signature, if you remember, on the D major, F sharp and C sharp. So I put F sharp minor. Then when I go back to E minor, then A7. So this is, I did the chord progression. How I come up with all these chord progression? Because from the scale. That's why the scale is a very, very important. Please don't forget. And it's a very simple whole step, half step, 3 whole step, 1 half step. Then you can come up with all these chords, first, third, fifth. So we got D major, E minor, A7. Then I come create another B minor here, then F sharp minor, then E minor, A7. Alright, so now I can create some nice melody based on this chord, based on the D major, based on this chord progression, D major, E minor, A7, D, B minor, F sharp minor, E minor, A7, go back to the D major. Okay, so let's start. F sharp. A7. So look, I create a nice melody here, basically on the D major, on the E minor, on the A7, then go back D, then B minor, F sharp, E minor, then A7 on the D major. And how I create this? Because from the scale, I come up with all these chord progression, which is carry on the D major scale. All right. So it's a nice rhythm, you know. You can compose so many nice melody, and all these artists, they did the same thing, you know. So it's you can put you don't have to put E minor after D. You can put even B minor. It depends of the melody. Then you can put F sharp, or you can put G major even. So on the G major, remember middle on the second fret on the A string B, your ring on the third fret on the low E, then your pink on the high E on the, which is G. It's GPT, or you can play like that. You play another D more. So your index on the second fret on the A string, your middle finger on the third fret on the low E, which is G, my ring finger on the B string, but it's a D note, the third fret. Then my pink on the high E, which is G note, the third fret. Like you can throw also G major, then E minor, then A7. So this is based on the D major and D major progression song. You know, you can compose so many songs. So I hope my class be useful for all the guitars, you know, all the beginner, even for the advanced. And please don't forget, you can subscribe me, and you can email me if you have any question. All right, ciao.